Welcome back to the Dynasty Football Key. Week 1 is in the books, and man, it was exciting. Hey, football is officially back, and hey, I tried to bring you guys some good picks, and hey, look, I think we did all right. Okay, so we've got one game left Monday, Jets versus the Niners, but the lines are already out, and you can see, I'm on NFL Pro. I definitely suggest guys checking that out. But look, we've got a 13-2 win-loss record after this past week. So hopefully you guys stuck with some of the picks here. That puts us in a 97.5 percentile across everybody in America who's on this ESPN Pickem here. So I think we did all right. Look, you know who got us. You shouldn't bet against the Steelers. Mike Tomlin finds a way to get it done. And the Bengals, the flags were there. That you don't have Higgins playing. Jamar Chase was on a snap count. That's on us, but we'll do better next week. Okay, so on to week 2. We got our picks in, and there's some things that we got to navigate this next week. Okay, we've got injuries now that are also going to be a part of the equation here. But the first game Thursday on the 12th here, we've got the Bills versus the Dolphins. So this is a division game, and the Dolphins, they just look so good, and Tyreek Hill is a big threat that I think it's so hard for any team to stop them. So I'm taking the Dolphins here. The Bills made a nice comeback effort and won their game, but as I said last week, I didn't feel like the Cardinals had enough just roster depth to handle potentially what Josh Allen could throw at them. So for me, I do think the Dolphins are a team that's playoff bound and ready to go. They're -2.5 here. I'm taking the Dolphins week 2 here in the Thursday night game. So now on to Sunday. No more Friday night games and whatever country that might be. We've got Raiders versus the Ravens. I'm going Ravens here. This is a -9.5 spread. I think they're going to be looking to get some get back after losing to the Chiefs opening day. This is the MVP of the league. Lamar Jackson's got it twice. I don't have too much to say about this one. I'm going with the Ravens here. And then we've got Chargers versus Panthers. I'm taking the Chargers. For some, it was a surprise that they were going to win that first week. I felt pretty good about them. Feel good about Justin Herbert leading the way here against the Panthers. And then Cowboys Saints. Saints, they did beat those Panthers 47-10. But for me, Cowboys, they look like they're ready to go. The only concerns were contract issues. They ended up getting those contracts signed with Dak Prescott the day of the game, so that's no longer an issue. Seems like everyone it made it through okay. They did have a injury to the tight end who might not make it to the next game in Jake Ferguson. But overall, I'm going with the Cowboys here on Sunday, -6.5. So I'm taking Cowboys there, feeling pretty good about it. We've got in the next game, Buccaneers at the Lions. So Lions I think they're gonna take care of business at home. This is a rematch from the playoffs last season. So Buccaneers are definitely looking for some revenge, and they felt confident enough to bring back Baker Mayfield to try to make that happen. So this is a big game that's going to be a litmus test for the Buccaneers. Still, I've got Lions going very deep in the playoffs again this year. So I'll take them here -6. And again, guys, these are just pick 'em. But some of these spreads I do like. Especially if they're pretty close, and it's just they're giving the home team the 3 points there. But if you're looking at this Colts-Packers game, this is a home team where unfortunately we did lose Jordan Love for a unknown amount of time, but maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But it's not going to be in week 2. So I think Anthony Richardson showed that he was a few missed throws away from winning that Texans game potentially. I'm going with the Colts here in week 2, -3.5. So Vegas seems to agree with us here. We've got the Browns going to Jaguars, and Browns, they just were not putting up a lot of points. They also had a tight end injury in that same game with the Cowboys to David Njoku, high ankle sprain. We'll see if he comes back. In the offseason, there were reports they were building offensive plays around David Njoku, so he was supposed to be a big part of this offense. So for him to be gone, and it's all going to be on Amari Cooper, who really wasn't able to get things going in a revenge game, where you would think he would be able to get things going. I'm just not so sure. The Jaguars did keep it close in that game versus Miami. Still got some young talent. I'm just going to go with the Jaguars here since they're fully healthy and look like they're ready to go. Vegas has them -2. And in the next one, we got Niners at Vikings. So Niners haven't played. They'll play later tonight. I expect them to win that game and come in and be 2-0 after facing against the Vikings. Sam Darnold did end up having the best QBR passer rating this week, but I think the Niners are just a much tougher task. So got the Niners there. Vegas has them at -5.5. Then we got Patriots and Seahawks. So another pair of undefeated teams. And, I was surprised with the Patriots. So have to put some respect on Gerard Mayo and, even Jacoby Brissett. They didn't have to unlock their weapon in Drake May quite yet. Even though they're at home, I'm going with the Seahawks. I like the defense. I like all of the weapons they have on offense. Tyler Lockett's not done yet. They've got plenty of talent on the offensive side of the ball. Kenneth Walker looked really incredible as well. So they can get a lead, maintain a lead. Patriots still only didn't put up too many points in that previous game. So I've got the Seahawks here. And then we got Jets going to Titans. So I'll go with the Jets here. Titans had that lead early on in the game, lost that lead. I think Rodgers, that's his specialty, is either making comebacks or winning games late. So I think he'll be able to get it done. We haven't seen what it looks like, but I'm just going to go with confidence in the Jets here versus the young Titans. Vegas has them at -4. And then we've got a division game between the Giants going to the Commanders Stadium. Commanders actually looked okay. There's things to work on with both teams, but the Giants weren't able to get over double-digit points. I'm just going to go with Commanders at home here, and it looks like Vegas has them pretty even, but I'm going to take Commanders here. So with the next game, we got another nice rivalry here. Rams going to Cardinals. And as much as I liked what Kyler Murray and the crew was able to do in this last game with that early lead, I'm still a little bit nervous. This may be one of my toughest ones because it seems like the Rams have an injured Puka Nacua that they may have to deal with. But you got to remember that before Puka Nacua got there, this team was relying on Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp looks like he's back. He had like 20 targets in that game. It was pretty crazy. So, for me, I'm just going to rely on the coaching from Sean McVay and trust that, whereas the Cardinals are still kind of gelling with everything that they've got going on. Their number one wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., only got one catch in that last game. Not really sure how to explain that, but they can't just rely on a Trey McBride or something like that. So I'm going with the Rams here. Vegas has them at -1.5. I've got Steelers going to Broncos country, and it doesn't look like it'll be a Russell Wilson revenge game. Now, the Steelers won. They did not score a touchdown in that game. So it doesn't mean that they're completely sold on everything that was going on in that last game. And it was an injury reason that Russell Wilson was out. So who knows? I don't think that really matters, though. For me, I do trust in Mike Tomlin and TJ Watt. I mean, that guy, he's still got it. I just think a young quarterback in Bo Nix, great story there, but we got to give it to some of these elite defenders and maybe elite coach on the other side of the ball there. I mean, it's a good coaching battle between those two, but it's just the team is just a little bit more built out with the Steelers, whereas the Broncos, they got a little bit more time to go before they're more complete. And only a few games left. We've got the Bengals going to the Chiefs, and I've predicted Chiefs get the three-peat this season. Bengals have been one of the few teams to stop the Chiefs, but if we don't know that T. Higgins is coming back and if Jamar Chase is still in the pitch count, there's no reason to even consider betting against the Chiefs here, and Vegas has them at -6. And then for me, I love the Texans. Bears are coming in here. This is a guy, Caleb Williams, who people were saying could be that next Mahomes or have a CJ Stroud-esque rookie season. Well, week one, he was really relying on the defense, which seems to be for real. So, that's something the Bears are always known for. But the Texans are a lot more complete all the way around. It looks like they've drastically improved the run game at this point. 30 carries to the back there, and they can lean on CJ Stroud whenever they need to. He just got that extra year advantage on Caleb Williams, so I'm going to go with the Texans here. Vegas has them at -6.5. And the final game, we've got Falcons going to the Eagles, so battle of the dirty birds here, and I'm going with the Eagles. Just a really high caliber team, a lot of talent, whereas the Falcons still just going to be in their second game with their new quarterback, and it looks like they've got some kinks to work out there. So, hey guys, we're back. We're in the full swing of things, and I'm wishing you guys good luck this next week in your league. So let me know if any of these picks have helped you out. And yeah, guys, good luck. All right, let's get it.